Absolutely beautiful young talent at its best. Now, if all of that dancing has worked up an appetite in you, then you've come to the right place.
CLOVER cheese is for those who love life, where everything falls into place and melts away our cares, adding joy and stretching our imagination. Elite quality, elite taste, elite texture.
Made with love by CLOVER.
Now, as we've all come to appreciate, there's much more to our food heritage than just meat on the braai. And with our simmering pot of unique cultures that make our beautiful country, we need to celebrate that more often. And what better way to do that than with food and cookbook author Mam Pumla Brooke Tomai, who shows us a beautiful clover cheese and Samp Arancini recipe with a unique twist. We're taking this Italian classic and giving it a truly South African twist. And of course, we've got Gert-Johan Coetzee in the building as well, who just told us, Mam Pumla, that he's actually quite handy in the kitchen. You do find yourself in the kitchen quite a lot.
Well, I wouldn't promote it, but I can flip an egg. You know, I can do something.
You can make a pasta, all right? So hopefully this taps into your love of Italian food.
You know what? I'm so inspired by this. Who would have thought to collaborate with like African culture with Italian cultures? I'm blown away by the concept.
Yeah.
Definitely my next dinner party.
South African who's been to Italy does.
There we go. And you were telling us also that you've made this with pap before. So that's even possible.
Yes.
Brilliant stuff. So where does this beautiful recipe start?
Well, it's that you want to start with your oil first. Get it to the right temperature. To test if the temperature is right, you can drop a crumb. This is panko crumbs, yeah. Or you can use breadcrumbs. You can drop one. If it turns brown, instantly then you know the oil is ready.
Absolutely. Okay.
So we've got, these are your coatings here. This is where it starts after the oil. Then you will mix. So you can go ahead.
Which is what we've got over here. I've got
the samp and beans.
The samp and beans,
Proudly
which you
South
said.
African.
There we go.
Xhosa dish, eaten across other cultures as well.
As well, yes.
Stampa lidinawa. For example,
lidinawa.
Oh, I thought
and is your culture?
Sorry, in my culture it's just stump.
Okay, but you do eat the combination.
I love stump.
Oh, great. So the cheese is going to go in. This is the clover tassels and the clover cheddar on that side.
There we go. Are we going to go with that first, eh?
Both cheeses
Both cheeses go all the way
But you are not limited. I mean, clover has a wide variety of cheeses.
Absolutely.
So even the intensity, you can test for yourself. The semi-hard one, the soft one, you can just somagooi.
Excellent. Speaking of somagooi, let's gooi in those spices. We've got some mixed herbs over here.
Yes, we've got mixed herbs
Beautiful
over there.
Italian
you can use
mixed
other
herbs
of your liking.
Lovely. We've got
paprika.
Would you ever add some Parmesan cheese to this?
Yes, definitely. Parmesan gives you that umami. And remember, originally the recipe is Italian. So Parmesan is Italian.
Okay, yes, right.
Definitely. You can play around with the cheeses.
Okay, after I add all of these spices, Gert, I'm going to give you the duty of mixing things up. Just a little pinch of salt.
You look very light on the salt.
Was that a bit light?
Okay,
so I'll
over everything.
This is why. Look at you. Wow.
Salt is one of those things that you can not often have too much of.
You weren't
in my
kidding.
Mind.
You weren't kidding at all. Now, of course, Clover Elite cheese is perfectly crafted to bring you that cheese that has elite quality, elite taste, and elite texture. And you can use any of your favorite Clover Elite cheese flavors in this particular recipe and make it, of course, use all of your favorites the way that your taste buds kind of are aligned.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. A mixture, a designer samp and bean mixture made by Gert.
Are we just going to boil it now?
So what you can also do, you can also add a bit of liquid if you like.
Okay.
Just
so would that help it
things.
bind a little bit?
Yeah, it will help the cheese. The cheese does bind everything together.
Okay. And I was told also, just off camera, that if you want the ball that you're about to create to really take shape, you want to leave it in the fridge for a little bit longer. To set.
I'm impressed.
And then you're going to coat it.
So you'll make round balls. If you have the time, make them designer.
or could you make them flat as well?
Definitely.
It all depends, right?
Definitely. You know, like your cake, you know, like your
like
fish
fritter,
cake kind of thing. Yeah, you can do that.
There we go.
So first we go with
flour.
Then egg.
There we go.
To coat the flour and to help the crumbs cling to the samp and bean.
Absolutely. Yeah, you want to work very quickly between the ingredients, otherwise they start kind of spilling
so always
over.
keep a clean hand.
Ah,
Use that
there
hand,
we
keep
go.
that one clean for the crumbs. Otherwise, everything becomes a mess, and we don't want that.
Aha.
Because at Expresso, we
And
work clean.
And then you might lose most of the crumbs on your hands. And you don't want to
Drop
be dipping
it.
that into the oil.
So when you drop, away from you,
Away from you.
so that the drops do not splash on your
That's a
face.
good
Yes, and also not from 20 meters high.
Oh, definitely.
All right, let's do another one very quickly. So you go flour, you go egg, you go crumbs, and then into the oil away from you. And while our beautiful clover, samp, and bean arancinis are frying up, let's quickly take a quick look at a recap. That looks good.
Can I use your...
Please, of course,
oh,
go
maybe
ahead and
let's
take this
keep
away.
that. I should have another one here.
So would this be for when they come out of the oil?
Yes.
Then you place them on your tray.
Made with love by Clover.